Hello everyone, and welcome back to Steel Forest Welding and Forge. Today, my friends, I have a new video for you. We're going to be doing an unboxing, setup, and demonstration of the Pittsburgh 1-ton foldable crane. This is actually Harbor Freight's newest model. It came out fairly recently. This replaces their old gray model that you may have seen on the floor in the past. I've got a hopefully pretty big purchase that's going to be coming up here in the next couple of weeks. And I need something that's going to be able to lift quite a bit of weight. And I'm also buying this in the event a customer comes in that has a large item in their trunk or in the back of their truck, and we need to pick it out and bring it into my shop. Let's go ahead and get started with the unboxing. Gonna do my best to get everything in shot here. For those who want to pick this up, this box is about 54.5 by 21 by about 6 3/4 of an inch. Now this guy is very heavy, and it's also very lopsided with its weight. There's a lot of weight on one end, not much on the other. You definitely need help getting this into your vehicle. Getting it out, if you're careful, you can probably get it out on your own if you have a dolly. But I would definitely recommend having some help. Okay, looks like they actually give a breakdown here of the different bolts you need. Assembly looks pretty straightforward. They do label all their parts. Let's look at these welds. Bit wormy here, bit gummy on these. These look pretty good. A little bit of spatter on there. Powder coat's not bad. A little bit of burrs on the inside of these holes here. Yeah, these welds were definitely done in a hurry. They're not terrible. They're not too bad. I feel pretty confident with these. Okay, main arm here, part of it. Welds look pretty good. Looks like they've got a long bead here and 2 stitches on the inside. There's a lot of spatter on these, and the paint is definitely thin in a few spots, and there are some holes. Corners here on these were not wrapped all the way around. But again, you know, you're getting what you pay for. See, corner there not welded. So this is the main boom or main arm here. Boy, they didn't even bother deburring this tube. There's actually a curled burr on the tube right here. I can actually pick it off with my finger. Scratch paint. Again, not a deal breaker. The welds here, they look pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with those welds. Just a piece of tubing, not much to look at. Looks like these are our casters. Oh, look at that. Those are actually solid metal casters. Those are some heavy-duty casters. Good. It looks like a pretty good bottle jack. Won't know until we try. Oh no, these are, looks like the legs. Then, you know, just tubing, not much to look at. I do like how it has the Pittsburgh logo on it. And same thing there, other leg. So, looks like that's the unboxing portion. Pretty quick, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna go ahead and read the instruction manual and we'll get to putting it together. Harbor Freight actually went through and they actually have all their washers and nuts on their bolts already put together. May seem like a small thing, but believe me when I say that this is a huge time saver. You don't have to go through and try to identify every single bolt or nut. It's mostly done for you already. So we're going to go ahead and get this going. For assembly, looks like we'll be using a 9/16 socket and wrench, some crescent wrenches because these bolts are very big, and a Phillips screwdriver, a fairly large one. So let's go ahead and get going. Okay, we're back. And for the love of all that is holy, when you are putting this together, pay attention to your hardware and pay attention to your wheels. So the 3-inch casters go under here, 3.5 go on the ends. I had them switched, had to redo it. There are 2 kinds of nuts and bolts that are used for the casters. There's the bolts, and then there's the flat-headed bolts that have a Phillips screwdriver head. Those go in here with the Phillips screwdrivers. The bolts go on the ends. Make sure you put those in the right place. Here we go. It's got some high strength thread lock. So now I can tighten it down by having to reef on it to get it tight, and it should hold. That seems to work pretty nice. That handle, however, does not fit into those tubes. There's something hitting it. Ugh. And that just scratched all the paint right off of it. So I'll have to clean that out later. That pin barely fits in there. Just takes a lot to get this pin in. The way I found that works, put your foot in the middle, pull back on this brace, and that'll pull this back enough slot to get that pin in there. Whew. Not gonna lie, that takes a little bit of doing, a little bit of strain on your back, but we got everything put together. Let's go ahead and we'll zoom out and take a look at it. Okay, so everything's put together. Let's go ahead and give this thing a good test. Now, other than my workbench, which is leveled so it's not getting moved, the swage block that I have, that I made in another video you can see, is probably the heaviest thing I own. This thing is made out of an old gas cylinder, and it's filled with sand made out of 3/8 thick steel with a 3/8 plate in the bottom, so it's very heavy. So, let's see how this does lifting this guy. Look at that, no problem. All right, look at that. Okay, casters seem to want to move. That's good. Woohoo! Ideally, this is not how to pick this guy, but I only have one strap. Well, there you go. Looks like it's doing a pretty good job. Let's go ahead and set this guy back down. Beautiful, nice and smooth. So here are my final thoughts on this tool. For $230, you can't beat it. Now granted, this isn't top of the line machine, but you're getting what you pay for. As far as the cons on this go, some of these welds, they're not completely wrapped all the way around. Now in the long run, that's probably going to be just fine. Me personally, I'm a welder, so in the event something cracks or breaks, I can repair it. For the home hobbyist, maybe not. Now the casters in this, they're a little bit stiff. They don't lock very well, But that's something that I can adjust and something that I have a feeling will kind of work itself out through time. I can always lubricate them with silicone, and just by moving it around, they'll probably loosen up a bit. It's a bit hard to unfold this guy and to lock these legs into place, to pick the whole unit up. If you're an elderly person, or if you have back issues, that may become a problem. You may be able to set up some kind of lever system with a block to push down on a lever, raise this up and lock it in place, but that is something to consider as well. Now, as far as the pros go, number one is definitely the price. Again, $230. Awesome. This thing, look how small of a unit this folds up into. I can put this in the corner right over here. Absolutely no problem. It fits. The only thing that was going here before was used cardboard. So now I have an efficient use for that space, and I can still open and close my side door. So would I recommend this tool to someone else? 100% yes, I would. I'm very happy with it, and I'm very glad I got it. Now, Harbor Freight has two versions of this. There's the older gray version and the newer version like this, which is red and black. So as far as to how good of a unit the gray one is, I can't tell you. I have seen it in store a couple of times. Some of the welds looked a little undercut, but that may vary from unit to unit. Well, that's it for this review, folks. Thank you for watching. Please do all those wonderful things for me. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit that subscribe button. Channel is still growing, which is fantastic. So thank you everyone for watching. And until next time, work hard and stay humble.